Monster Trucks is directed by Wedge, who made Ice Age, Robots, and Epic, and this is his first big foray into live action, and this film is about a guy who works for a truck parts warehouse of sorts, basically a junkyard. And after an evil oil company lets loose some aliens that were deep within the ground, this alien attaches itself to a monster truck and helps our hero drive a big monster truck in really epic action scenes. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't go into this movie expecting much. It's January. This is a movie about an alien squid monster that can drive monster trucks and do really cool tricks. And our hero gets to drive the big truck. And there's a poor, desperate girl at the school who keeps giving affections to this guy even though he has no interest in her. So yeah, I really didn't think this movie was going to be any good, and I wasn't really excited about seeing it, and I don't think a lot of people are either. But surprisingly, Monster Trucks is not awful. This is not like Max Steel level bad. This isn't like a Disappointments Room or a 9 Lives. It is my kind of January movie. This is a perfectly watchable, disposable, mediocre, bad film. This is not a good movie, but it is not awful. This is actually fairly competently directed, and the acting and the musical score and everything kind of combines to make a movie that I think young kids will really enjoy. But beyond that, this film doesn't have much under the hood, so to speak. So sorry. So our main hero in this movie is Trip, played by Lucas Hill. He befriends this alien squid monster and also befriends Meredith, played by Jane Levy. Now this girl loves Trip. I mean, she is all over him for the first half of this movie, and he doesn't give her the time of day. Is this just like the most desperate girl in North Dakota? These are both very attractive people. There's nobody else in North Dakota for you. They're just gonna follow this boy around. Despite the fact that he treats her like a complete ass for almost this entire film, she is at his beck and call. It's kind of dumb, actually. That was one of my least favorite aspects of this movie. As for the squid monster, which they eventually affectionately call Creech, he was okay. I mean, the CG is actually not too bad. It's fine for what it is. My biggest issue with Monster Trucks is that every character is perfectly fine with murder. I get that the main villain, the big evil guy that chases them everywhere, he's perfectly fine with killing everybody and destroying this race of alien creatures because it just might damage their oil supply. They're afraid if the government finds out that there's this race of aliens beneath their oil rig company, that they'll shut the oil company down. So that's the big scheme, you know, the big government scheme that's in all of these movies, because it's E.T. basically with a monster truck. But like I said, this is a kid's movie. I get if they make the big villain look really over the top. But our main hero, the first time he goes out onto the road with Creech inside his monster truck, driving the truck for him, he crashes into like 5 or 6 people. He causes a lot of fairly substantial car accidents and never really looks back to check if he's hurt anyone or if anyone's okay. And even worse, towards the end of the movie, there's a semi-truck that's carrying something they need to stop him. He's not like a big villain, he's just some worker. In fact, I don't even think you ever see the driver. They do this big epic jump scene and literally topple the semi-truck, turn it upside down, and this thing crashes and skids across the dirt, and you're like, that guy might be dead. I guess it's okay though, because everyone drives off and we're happy, and no one checks. It's not like he was a big villain, he was just some driver who had something in the semi they needed. There's so many scenes like that in this film where monster trucks are just plowing into a whole bunch of civilians or other workers, and you're like, are all of these people dying? It's not the greatest thing for kids to see because it sort of teaches you that there's no consequences for your actions, especially when there's no jail time for anybody at the end of this movie. No spoilers, but it's like, really? These kids did some serious law breaking here. This is my best way to describe Monster Trucks. If I was like 7 years old when this movie came out and I saw it in theaters, I'd probably have really good memories with that event. And then when the big white clamshell VHS tape comes out, I'd probably buy it. And I'd probably watch it a lot and enjoy it a lot. And then right around age like 12 to 13, I'd be like, this movie ain't that great. I want to watch E.T. And I think a lot of kids will probably have that experience with Monster Trucks. It's not awful. It's actually fairly competently made, and some of the performances are okay. But beyond that, I'm going to give Monster Trucks a C-. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. I got reviews coming up very soon for you. If you could see, my background is X-Menified because my buddy the Flick Pick is visiting and we're doing a collaboration involving X-Men leading up to Logan. I'm really excited about that. Look forward to that, guys. I also have reviews for The Bye-Bye Man coming tomorrow and Sleepless with Jamie Foxx. Thanks very much, guys, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.